Welcome back to Blanks No One Asked For. And in today's episode, a few Americans will be reacting to the top 10 British bands who never cracked America.
The Stone Roses, maybe. Okay.
So, if you're new here, like the video, subscribe to the channel so you can see all of our future content, and comment down below a video you think that we should react to.
And if you don't, Mark will crack you in America.
Oh, he's
What's he gonna tear up now?
Crack me now.
So we have reacted to the top 10 British rock bands.
Yeah.
Now it's time for the top 10 British bands that never cracked America. I feel like at this point, over the last year, I may know at least half of this list.
Really?
I think so.
All right. Okay.
And I'm gonna go ahead and put down what I think the number one spot will be.
Ruby.
What?
Ruby. That's the name of that song.
Oh, you do that?
Oh, wow. Look at you.
All right.
Thank you,
These
Guitar
musical
Hero.
groups found fame in the UK, but they remained relatively obscure in the US.
I like the song.
Welcome to WatchMojo UK, and today we're counting
Well,
down
not
4
enough if you
picks
like
for the
this
top
song.
10 British bands who never cracked America. Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we're focusing on bands that never experienced continuous commercial success in America.
Never heard that song.
Me neither.
Number 10, Supergrass.
I've heard the song.
Okay. All
Couldn't have
right.
told you who that was.
That song was very popular.
That's the name of the song is Supergrass?
All right. The group is Supergrass.
Okay.
Yeah, this song's extremely popular in American movies, for sure.
For a British band to successfully cross over into America, it's crucial to capitalise upon the buzz. And for Oxford group Supergrass, well, they failed to expand beyond their native demographic. With their
I might
1995
have a
debut
band that I
album,
know.
No.
I might have a band that I know is up here too.
I Should Coco, Supergrass briefly reached the number 1 in the UK charts, and actually released 2 more albums by the end of the 90s. By that time though, music trends had changed
Caught by the
significantly in the
fuzz.
US, and well, Supergrass began to drift away, barely cracking the US top 200 with 2002's Life on Other Planets. Sadly, it all ended with an internal Twitter beef.
You're the problem.
Number 9, Madness.
Okay.
During the late 70s,
This came up in the Discord, actually, last week, I think. Somebody mentioned that they were going to a Madness concert. And they mentioned Our House. And I thought up until that day that Our House was sung by the Talking Heads. My entire life.
in early 80s, this band was far more than just a one-hit wonder in the UK. In fact, Madness would even influence the American band that would ultimately become No Doubt. And like Gwen Stefani's versatile group, Madness didn't align themselves with a specific genre, as they blended together a variety of musical styles.
You got a niche down.
Music videos were so weird in the 80s, man.
With that being said, Madness was, in fact, linked to skinheads in their early days,
Ooh.
which perhaps negatively affected larger-scale opportunities.
Perhaps.
Regardless, the UK band experienced great success during their initial 10-year run, but never once did one of their acclaimed albums crack the US Top 100 charts. Number 8, Take That.
What is up with my bands coming in at number 8?
Wow.
I would have said that was number 1.
Take that.
Grant, if you're out there, do not break your computer.
This is insane.
Take that in your pipe and smoke some Supergrass. How about that?
That's just madness.
Now it's time
So good.
for me to give up. By the mid-90s, the legendary music executive Clive Davis signed this UK boy band to a record deal with Arista, But Take That had already
I was gonna say this looks like the British Backstreet Boys, but then you mentioned Clyde Davis, and Clyde Davis also signed the Backstreet Boys, so that makes
begun to
sense.
self-destruct. In their prime, Gary Barlow stunned critics with his songwriting skills, and a young Robbie Williams displayed his obvious star power. And so, Take That seemed prime for America. Yet Williams quit in 1996 just as the pop scene was about to change in the United States. The group initially formed in the early 90s, and despite 3 well-received albums, Take That just didn't seem to have the right amount of mojo to keep it going. Although the core members would later reunite with Williams in 2010.
And they're also back now.
They're about 20 years too late.
Number 7, Kasabian.
Oh,
American indie fans
Have you heard
certainly
that?
heard of this
Yeah.
group from
I've
Leicester,
heard that somewhere.
despite the fact that
the
Kasabian,
video game?
It's probably
Track?
Probably
Something.
multimedia.
Kasabian's lead singer Sergio Pizzorno once noted that he hates indie bands. So that's one thing to consider when thinking about Kasabian's failed American crossover. In the UK, they reached number 4 on the UK charts with their self-titled 2004 debut, and the next several albums managed to reach number 1. By 2013, however, guitarist Jay Mellor actually left to play with Liam Gallagher, formerly of Oasis, while Tom Meehan cited unfinished business in America around the same time. However, the 2014 album 4813 failed to chart in the US, and maybe Kasabian just wasn't ready for a committed American crossover.
It's not a machine gun guitar.
Yeah. Machine Gun Tar.
Yeah.
Number 6, Happy Mondays.
Y'all
Now
know
this Mojoholics is what you call a Manchester band. From 1980 to 1993, Happy Mondays managed to gain quite the following in the UK.
What you got?
Yep. Every group
Sitting
has
with
one.
Their 1990 album Thrills and Thrills and Bellyaches.
I've heard this song. I've heard this song.
Have you?
Yeah.
But considering that a band like New Kids on the Block was big in the United States at the time, well, that's just one reason why the Happy Mondays sound failed to connect with the American mainstream. Even so, this is a band that heavily influenced some of the more notable UK bands of the 90s, such as Oasis and the Stone Roses. Yet their sound embodies
Stone
more of a
Roses.
distinct Euro vibe rather than trendy American hooks. Number 5, Stereophonics.
I've been down and I'm wondering why these little black clouds keep walking around me.
From the late 90s to the early 2000s, this Welsh band established a reputation for their killer live shows. However, Stereophonics ultimately dismissed original drummer Stuart Cable in 2003, reportedly because he was more interested in his TV show than the band. Sadly, Cable would pass away just 7 years later. In their prime, Stereophonics was known as one of the most talented UK bands, releasing 5 #1 albums throughout the 2000s. Yet only one of those, 2001's Just Enough Education to Perform, managed to crack the US Top 200 charts.
So maybe tomorrow.
It's got a good voice. It's got a good voice.
It's an interesting like sub-genre because it does kind of blend a few different styles, I feel like.
Way home.
Despite the lack of American buzz, Stereophonics continues in their native Wales as one of the most highly regarded UK bands of the 21st century. Number 4, Manic Street Preachers.
Anybody heard of this?
Never heard of that.
That feels like something Mark would pull out of his ass.
Oh yeah, the Manic Street Preachers.
Yeah, I know that.
I roadied for them for a while.
Like many overly ambitious rock bands, this Wales group infamously hyped up their 1992 debut album, Generation Terrorists, and, well, failed to crack the top 10 in the UK charts.
I am wondering if the band that the lead singer of President came from is on this list.
I don't think so.
Busted.
In fact, the Manics wouldn't land a
If you've noticed, WatchMojo tends to skew historical.
number one until 6 years later. This coming 3 years after the mysterious disappearance of the celebrated songwriter and guitarist Richie Edwards. Their music is pure rock, something that US rock enthusiasts could easily get behind, or so it would seem. But while the Manics became iconic figures overseas, their sound just never translated to American mainstream consumers. Decades after the loss of Edwards, however, the Manics continue to wail. Number 3, Pulp. By the time of this band's success during the mid-90s Britpop era, they had already been together well over 15 years. And until then, Pulp had never actually landed a gold record, let alone an American hit. But albums like Different Class and This Is Hardcore teased at a potential American crossover, with the latter finding its way to the US charts in 1996. At this time though, reported drug use and internal scuffling shook up the band, and Pulp's final album was ultimately
These guys, drug use?
released in the early fall of 2001, peaking at number 6 in the UK charts. For a brief time, this group was on par with the likes of Oasis, but like the Gallaghers, Pulp just couldn't manage to keep the unit together. Number 2, The Jam.
They were number one on my list.
Fronted by the multi-talented Paul Weller, a man known for his distinct British compositions, this band came, saw and conquered during their decade-long existence. Well, at least in the UK.
I first felt a fist, and then a kick. I could now smell their breath.
Aesthetically, the Jam preceded punk, and they called it quits just as the new wave took off in the early 80s. In between, they released 6 acclaimed studio albums, with the last 5 climbing the UK charts. Truth be told, the Jam had somewhat of a steady presence in the US charts during their run, but despite their stylized look and obvious talent, the party ended with the 1982 release, The Gift. And just like that, the Jam was gone before Americans could catch on. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honourable mentions.
Suede.
Spend the evening unpacking books and boxes. You pass me up so as not to break.
I can get behind the song, though. I can get behind the song.
Yeah.
Meet me on the mad parade.
Water Boys.
The night bells are chiming.
Number 1, The Stone Roses.
Wow. Wow.
All right.
Top 10.
Okay.
It's an honorable mention for.
So
But
top
they've never
10.
cracked America.
Okay.
Wow.
Bigger than Genesis.
If you're even vaguely familiar with the bravado and attitude of Oasis, well, let's just say the Gallagher brothers were inspired by the Stone Roses. This is a band that once said America doesn't deserve us yet, and while they may have been right, the Stone Roses didn't seem in a hurry to record consistent music after the renowned 1989 debut.
Let me put you in the picture. Let me show you what I mean. The Messiah is my sister. Ain't okay, man, she's my queen.
In fact, it took a full 5 years for the Manchester group to drop a second album,
Wow.
and the band folded for good less of 2 years later. Since then, there has always been talks of a reunion, but it just never seems to happen. And so the Stone Roses will forever remain an acclaimed British rock band that failed to live up to their crossover potential.
Interesting.
The Stone Roses. Strike again.
I've heard more about the Stone Roses in the last 24 hours in my entire
I
life.
need to.
Interesting list.
Any Stone Roses fans out there?
Yeah.
My band was gonna be what's the band that does I believe in a thing called love. You know, Calling the Darkness.
The Darkness.
That was who I was gonna be. I didn't think they had a big.
I think that was about all they had, but I think the single was big enough.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts? Do you think there are other bands up here that you would rank higher because we're not familiar? I'd say out of the 10, there's probably 7 that I've never even heard of. So,
Yeah, at least 8 for me.
what are your thoughts? Let us know.
If you stuck around this long, comment the number 8 because that's where all of Zach's bands have been listening.
Absolutely
Landing.
crazy.
Spoiler alert.
Without further ado, this has been Blake's No One Asked For, and certainly no one asked for. But wait, there's more. Still got that itch for more blanks no one asked for? Click that bottom left video down there to see the content that YouTube thinks would be the best for you.